Doc Holliday.
Yeah, this Charlie?
Charlie Daniels. How are you, buddy?
It is an honor to talk to you, sir.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to talk to you, partner.
I tell you, I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us today.
Well, I'm glad to do it.
Yeah, I know that there's a close friend that all of us lost here recently in Chris Ledoux.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And I know that broke your heart because you played with Chris a lot.
Well, Chris and myself go way back. Chris's parents used to live about 5 or 6 miles from my ranch, and I was fortunate to do some recording with him. One day, I'll never forget, there's a facet of his talent that very few people knew anything about. He was a fine sculptor.
Right.
We were at one of the roping pens one day, and Chris come riding up, and he said, "Charlie, I got something for you." And I thought he had a pair of spurs or a bit or something, and he had this huge bronze of this. He called it Wild Horse Fit, and there's this cowboy sitting up on this bronc, and he still broncs just twisted off, but it's in my house now, and it's a beautiful piece of work. And of course, I had no idea that he had that talent, that he was able to do that, but he was a fine sculptor.
Well, the one thing we loved about Chris, and obviously Nashville is good for throwing out a lot of flash, but, Chris was a guy, seemed like to be a man of substance. There's a lot beneath Chris Ledoux. You're talking about the sculptor part of him. There's a lot to the man, yet he was very unassuming.
Oh, yeah. He was a little on the shy side, like most cowboys are, you know. And, Chris had such an incredibly successful bronc riding career before he ever got really serious with music. He was a world champion saddle bronc rider, and of course after that phase of his career was over, he got very interested in music. Chris always recorded a little bit on a small label, and his dad had a label, and they sold records in the rodeo magazines and things. But when Chris finally gave up rodeo and got serious with music, he started really happening, and he put his all into it. He really got into it when he did it, and he was, as you said, very unassuming, a quiet sort of, almost shy sort of person when you see him off stage, and it was such a shame he died so early.